Welcome to the Vega installation guide. Disassembly. Check to make sure all the tools have been included. Take off the thumb screws and remove the bungees. Move the back plate to the top hole. Next, we're going to take the belt off the chassis, remove the tri-glide, and move the belt through the loop. Remove the belt on the other side. Flip the vest over, open up the pad, and remove the two nylon nuts using the 7/16 wrench. For older vests, use pliers to remove the bolts. Lift up the pad and use the hex key from Hardware Pack 1 to remove the bungee slider. For older ReadyRigs, use the L key Phillips head screwdriver. Make sure to push down firmly to avoid stripping the screws. Next, we're going to remove the two metal loops. Now remove the two metal loops from the chassis. You'll no longer need these, so you can put them aside. On older vests, make sure you press down firmly so you do not strip the screws. Now it's time to install the Vega on the back of the ReadyRig. Place the Vega on the table, make sure you have the correct side facing up, and put the ReadyRig chassis onto the Vega. We want to align the two holes right where the old metal loops were. Take the hardware from Hardware Pack 1. First, finger tighten all 4 screws, then use a tool to firmly fasten them down. We're going to take 4 screws from Hardware Pack 1, and we're going to install them on the Vega coupling bracket, finger tighten, and then use a tool to fasten them down. Flip over the vest, and now it's time to change out the hardware on the cheese plate. Take out the Allen key from Hardware Pack 2 and use it to remove the 3 cheese plate bolts. Take off the cheese plate and remove the 3 spacers. We'll no longer need these. Remove all of the hardware from Hardware Pack 2. Now take the 3 new spacers and place them on the vest. The kit comes with 3 bolts, 2 long bolts and 1 short bolt. Take the 2 long bolts and place them in the 2 lower holes on the cheese plate. Take the short bolt and place it on the top hole. Finger tighten and then use the tool to tighten them down. Now we're going to reinstall the belt onto the Vega chassis. Make sure that the shoulder strap is in the right orientation. Take the belt and feed it through the loop on the Vega chassis. Install the tri-glide back onto the belt and attach the belt onto the Velcro. Repeat this on the other side. Flip the vest over. Align the 2 holes so that the 1/4-20 threads stick out. And now we're going to reinstall the nylon nuts. First finger tighten, and then use the 7/16 wrench to tighten firmly down. Now reattach the back pad. Now we're on to the final step, installing the polycore bands. Remove everything from the bag. You have 2 thumb screws, 1 hex key, and 2 band installation ropes. You'll notice that the band installation rope has 1 short side and 1 long side. Remove the bands from the vacuum sealed pouch and take off the thread protector. At one end of the band is an eyelet. Take the Vega installation rope and use the long loop to feed through the eyelet. Open up the large loop, take the end of the small loop and feed it through. Pull the rope through. We want to make sure that the rope is pulling from the top of the eyelet and not the bottom. Repeat the same steps on the other side. Take the vest and move the back plate to the lowest position. This is going to allow us to easily access the end caps. We use the hex key from the Vega band kit to remove the end caps. Do the same to the other side. At this stage, we need to fully assemble the ReadyRig. We'll start with the shoulders. We're going to put the shoulder supports onto the chassis. Take the pro arms, slide them through the shoulder fulcrums. Install the polycore band into the Vega canister. To do this, open up the band capture, take the installation rope and feed it all the way through so it comes out the other end. Push firmly to get the band started. Push to feed the band through the canister and pull on the installation rope on the other side. Now we want to make sure that the installation rope goes around the pulley and it's in the center of the pulley. This is very important. Pull the end out of the small tube. Now we're going to attach the thumb screw provided in the polycore band kit through the small loop. Fasten the thumb screw in the back of the pro arm. Repeat on the other side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the ReadyRig vest, we're going to have it facing directly in front of us. Take your hand, grab the fulcrum, take the other hand, and we want to lift straight up. There may be a lot of resistance here, it's okay. Go ahead and pull up until you feel a click and lock down the lever. Leave about 4 inches on the back, and we're going to grab the pro arm now and we're going to pull down. The eyelet should pass right through. Now go ahead and attach the band capture and release pressure. Take off the thumb screw and remove the band installation rope. Repeat this step on the other side. Install the end caps to the back of your Vega. Make sure to do this on both sides. The last step is to install the Vega arm clamps. Open up the latch and slide the Vega arm clamps all the way to the end of the pro arms. It's important to note that these arm clamps are actually required to be installed while you use your system. Install the threaded cap on the polycore band to the pro arm. You want to make sure that it goes flush to the back of the pro arm, and now we're ready to shoot. Congratulations, you're done with the install.